Hello, welcome to a video I very rarely do, but here we are. It's a TBR video. What? Oh my god, I'm setting a TBR, but I'm a mood reader. How will I cope with this? I don't know. That is the answer. I am taking part in the Whatever-a-thon, which is a readathon, or I think the longer version is the Whatever-you-want-a-thon, a readathon hosted by Maddie from Book Browsing Blog. This is a month-long readathon taking part over the whole of June, in which there are various different challenges, there's various different teams. Maddie's video explaining all is amazing, and me trying to explain it to you is not going to be nearly as good, so I will link a video down below. But basically the point is you can read whatever you want, but there are teams in which you can earn points, and points equal probably not prizes but honour and glory. Basically the more prompts you can read from the prompt list and the more like special points you can get allocated, the more points you get. In my head it makes sense. I have a list of the books I'm going to be reading, but basically there are three kind of overriding big point scorers, and those three things are if the book is LGBTQIA+, if it is a host's favourite book, and if it is within your team genre. So I am in the Comrades of Chaos group, which is basically everything the other groups do not cover. So that would be mystery, thriller, historical, sci-fi, literary, I guess non-fiction, poetry maybe, anything that doesn't fit into the other groups. The other groups are contemporary, middle grade, high fantasy, and then other fantasy. So we kind of get the leftovers, which I will take gladly. So that brings me to the pile of books next to me. You have to pledge a certain amount of books. So I've been reading about 6 to 8 books a month over the past 2 months, so I figured 10 books was reasonable and that would be like a good attempt. However, I have got 14 books to choose from because I am a mood reader and I don't want to completely restrict myself, but I have tried to hit as many of the prompts. I've got it on a spreadsheet. As many of the prompts as possible. So I've created a spreadsheet so I can tick which of these hit which prompt. So the prompts are: cover reminds you of a pride flag, reread a comfort read, 5-star prediction, author debut, out of comfort zone, hauled in the past year, indie self-published, POC rep, poll, fits a TBR prompt, disability or mental health rep, Bookish creators favourites list, cover features team colours, title last letter is the same as title first letter, and a buddy read. Now I have kind of removed the buddy read one for me because I just don't tend to buddy read books. I find it quite difficult and I find it stilts my reading, so I'm not going to be buddy reading. So I've tried to hit as many of these prompts as possible within my knowledge. Obviously you don't always know what a book is going to contain, so some of these is a bit difficult, but I've got all the books. I'm going to do my best to remember which prompt is which with the help of my spreadsheet. I might have missed some, they might fall under other prompts that I don't know about, but let's give it a go. Okay, first up is my Patreon book club. This is our book club pick for May and June, so I really do have to read this one within June because I haven't started it yet. Although, at the time of filming this, I'm kind of tempted to read a bit of this one now, but I don't know, I need to check if I read like 100 pages and then the rest of it fell into June, whether it would count or not. I'm not sure, but I may pick this one up before then. I don't know. I need to read it before the end of June. Anyway, this is my all-time favourite book. It is by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. It is a book about books. It is magical and beautiful and brilliant, and I absolutely love it. And it is a reread, and as I said, my Patreon book club pick. So this one fits in a couple of categories. Reread a comfort read. Okay. I have not put this in 5-star prediction because I felt like that was kind of cheeky because I already gave it 5 stars and it's a reread, so we're not going to put it there, but I do think I will give it 5 stars. And it also fits nothing else. Oh no, wait, team genre. It fits team genre because this is, I don't even know what genre this is. It's slightly historical, it is beautiful, it's not lyrically written in the sense of like a literary fiction, but it's really good. It's about a boy who is taken to this cemetery of forgotten books. He gets to pick one book and he picks this amazing book that he becomes obsessed with, and then as he gets older he realises there's some kind of mystery behind it all. So I'm very excited to read this again and annotate it. This one I'm most worried about because I didn't intend to read this under any time pressure and I just was going to kind of casually read this, and now I'm thinking, oh no, am I going to have to be really, really speedy with it? And I don't want to, so I hope that I don't have to read this really speedily. Then we have got Breasts and Eggs by Miko Kawakami. This is one that Spooks recommended and she is also one of the team captains, so this is perfect. This is about 3 women, one of whom is going on this, adventure sounds weird, journey to find breast enhancement surgery, and it's about the pressures that are put on them throughout society and various different stages of their lives as well, because I think one of them is a kid to start with and then they become an adult as the book goes on. I'm not 100%, but this fits a lot of the prompts. So I think you can only have 3 prompts in total, but obviously if the book happens to fit in more, you just won't count extra prompts, but it can still fit them, if that makes sense. Anyway, this is team genre because it is literary. It's all translated isn't a genre, but like it's also translated. So, oh well, that does fit one of the other prompts. The cover is team colours because it's pink. Our team colours are pink, so we've got that as well. This is also out of my comfort zone, I would say. It's hauled in the past year, POC rep, and that's all of them. So this one ticks more than it needs to, but as I said, you can only count 3 anyway, so that's fine. But I'm very excited to possibly get to this one. Then we have got Punching the Air by 2 authors, Ibi Zobay and Youssef Salam. This is told in verse, so I'm hoping that I should be able to read this one a little bit quicker, but also the subject matter of this one I don't think is too light. This is about a guy who is wrongfully convicted of a crime and ends up being sentenced in jail because of it, I think. And the last line is, this should never have been his story, but can he change it? So he's convicted of a crime he didn't commit and sent to prison. And because it's told in verse, I think it will be, I think often verse books for me I find are quite emotive, but also I think that they are a lot easier to get addicted to. So I'm hoping that that'll work for this one. So the prompts this one ticks are, hang on, I didn't know what kind of a genre this was going to sit under, so I don't know if I can have this for outside for within my team genre or not. I'm not 100% sure what kind of genre this would be, because I suppose it's kind of contemporary, but I don't know. But I have got this one under, I've put it under Cover Reminds You of a Pride Flag, and I kind of stand by that, but also it's kind of like the lesbian pride flag a little bit. I mean, do you think I can have that? I don't know. That flag is, hang on, I'll get a picture up on my phone. I could just put it up on the screen next to me, but why do that when I could show you here? Oh no, I'm failing massively. Okay. It's kind of got those colours going on, kind of. Do you know what? No, it does. I'm claiming that. Anyway, so it fits that prompt. It also fits hauled in the past year, POC rep, and cover features your team colours because it's got pink in it, kind of. Pink. So, yay! 3 books in. Then we have the Henna Wars by Adiba Jagirda. You might have seen me haul this one before, or not haul it, but recommend it before, or talk about it. I have had this on my TBR for ages, and I am putting it on this month's TBR. It's gonna happen, possibly, because as I said, mood reading. This follows 2 girls who are competing against each other, and they end up sparking a romance out of this, and that's all well and good, except the fact that our main character's parents tell her she can be anything apart from a lesbian. So that's not great for her. But do you know what is great? That was a bad transition into the way I was saying this. This is all pink, which means this is like screaming my team colours. So this one ticks a lot of prompts, I think. This has got LGBTQA+. It has got, oh wait, it doesn't do that many. POC rep, team colours. Oh, I thought it was going to tick more than that. But it's very pink. So I think really, if anything, I should get all the points because of how pink it is. But I have been so desperate to read this one for so long, and as we enter into the summer months, I feel like it's the perfect timing. So will I actually read this? Probably so, because contemporaries are quicker reads for me, so these are perfect for readathons. Okay, next is one I have got as an ARC, and this is The Poison Heart by Kaylin Bayron. I have read Cinderella is Dead by Kaylin Bayron, and I enjoyed that. That was a retelling, and this one is also a retelling, but this one is in here because, again, it fits some prompts. This one, I think, is meant to be a feminist retelling. The front blurb says, "To break an ancient curse, she must let her power bloom." And the blurb says, "A young woman embraces her extraordinary powers and discovers a deadly family legacy in this contemporary, inclusive, feminist fantasy." I'm all for it. I'm all for it, but let's find out what prompts it ticks. I feel like I'm on a game show. What prompts does it tick? Well, it ticks LGBTQIA+. It ticks POC rep, and it ticks last letter, first letter. I think I've done that right because it's this and T is the first and the last. Is that what that prompt means? I needed to look that up. I made a note and I forgot, but Yay. Then we have got Felix Ever After by Case and Calendar. Now this one is on SCRIBD, so I'm really hoping I can start the month with this one as an audiobook, because I always have an audiobook on the go, and I was trying to go through all the ones I'd already picked and find one that was on SCRIBD, and I think this is the only one that came up when I searched, but SCRIBD changes quite a lot. So this is, as I said, Felix Ever After by Case and Calendar. This follows Felix, who has never been in love and wants to be in love, and goes on this journey to find love throughout this book, but also goes on this journey of self-discovery as well. This is a YA contemporary, so again, I'm out of genre, but I'm in when it comes to prompts. LGBTQIA+. We have also got POC rep, we have also got, oh, that's it. Why do I think I've got a lot more prompts for these than I actually do? Okay, this book is the first book that I thought of when this readathon was announced. This is The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware, and this is a thriller. I have absolutely no idea what it's about. Oh, I remember now. It's about someone who applies for a live-in nanny position, and then it ends up with the child being dead, but she's wrongfully committed, but she is guilty of something else. So this one, we should be good with the team genre because it's a thriller. So team genre. We've also got a 5-star prediction, which the next 3 all are actually, and that is it. Okay, I'm not doing as well as I thought here for prompts, am I? Am I letting the team down? I mean, I'm trying. I'm trying. So this is my next TBR book that I hope to read. Okay, but this one, I'm so excited about. I'm excited about all of these, but The House of the in Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. I've seen everyone raving about this. I don't know if it's gonna live up to the hype for me, but I have predicted it 5 stars, so it does tick that prompt. It's about a man who goes to assess or work at or do something to do with an orphanage with dangerous magical children, and ends up getting swept up within their world, I think. And I think it's found family. I think that's the kind of storyline it goes down. I've been told this has got LGBTQA+ in it, so we've got that one ticked. It's team genre, I think, maybe. I don't really know what genre this is. The cover reminds you of a pride flag. 5-star prediction, and cover features team colours because we've got pink on it. So actually, that one, maybe successfully ticking many prompts, maybe. Then we have got Dangerous Women by Hope Adams. This is a historical fiction about 180 women on a boat. They've been convicted of petty crimes. They're being taken to Australia, and then someone starts murdering them, which is jolly. So it's a historical thrillery mystery thingy, which means it ticks the team genre. It also ticks 5-star prediction, out of my comfort zone because I really don't normally read historical fiction, and that's it. That's all this one ticks. But again, this is, I'm picking books that I think are going to be quite big. Ah well, we'll just see how I go. Then we have got The Space Between Worlds by Micaiah Johnson. This is a sci-fi. I don't normally read sci-fi, so we'll see how I go with this one. The concept of this is very interesting to me. It's kind of parallel world sci-fi, so there's lots of different universes, and you can only visit those universes if you are dead in them, if like your other version of yourself is dead in them, and this follows our main character who is dead in all of them but a very small amount, like 9 or something, she's not dead in, and so she is able to go to those worlds, like all the other ones, and see what's going on, I guess. But this sounds really interesting because this is the kind of sci-fi I would be interested in reading, so I've added this one to the list for a couple of reasons. 1, because the plot sounds really cool, but 2, because I didn't realise how many prompts this one would tick. So this is LGBTQA+, it's team genre, cover reminds me of a pride flag, out of my comfort zone, POC rep, and it features the team colours. I know that that's too many prompts, but it fits some prompts, so I will narrow it down to 3, but hopefully I like this one. Next is a book I literally just picked up today after seeing it in Maddie's book recommendations videos for books that look like a pride flag, and it is The Gravity of Us by Phil Stamper. This follows a guy who, I think he's an influencer on social media, and everything's going really well until his dad gets a job at a space station, or to go to Mars, and he ends up having to kind of rejig his whole life. It is a YA contemporary romance, so I think we kind of know the direction it's going to go down, but let's find out the prompts it ticks. See, I do feel like I'm on a game show. It's called What Prompts Does It Tick? So it ticks LGBTQA+, cover reminds you of a pride flag, and team colours. So we're getting prompts, we're getting better, maybe, kind of, are we? I don't know. Then we have got Bookishly Ever After by Lucy Powery. This is the 3rd book in the Paper and Heart Society, and I picked this one up today as well. This one follows a different character from the Paper and Heart Society, and they're always going on these very meaningful adventures and journeys to do something better within their day-to-day lives, and I really like that about this series, so I expect this one to be really great too. This one follows Ed as well, and he's working at a bookshop, so this also makes it a book about books, which they all are, but specifically he's working in the bookshop, so that's great. I'm very excited about that. This one ticks the prompt for LGBTQA+. It also ticks the prompt for absolutely nothing else. Oh no. Okay, no, I can't make this tick any other. Oh, I hold it in the past year. Yes! In fact, a lot of them I've hauled in the past year, but I've forgotten to take that for most of them. Okay, alright, not bad. Then we have got the Decagon House Murders by Yukito Ayatsuji. This is apparently like And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie, but it's set in Japan, it's translated fiction, so I'm very excited to see where this goes. I hope that it's a quick read because it is a thriller. It says a stunner of a plot on the back, so I am very much hoping that this is one that I'll feel very addicted to. The prompts this one ticks is it is teen genre, it is also hauled in the past year, it is POC rep, and that is it. That is it. I just keep scrolling on thinking there's going to be more. And honorary mention, because it's meant to show up in the post today and hasn't yet, but I'll put a picture right here, When You Get the Chance by Robin Stevenson and Tom Ryan. This is, I think it's YA, but it's definitely a contemporary about two people who are friends as kids and then are pulled back together after somebody dies, I think. I don't have the blurb in front of me to read off of it, so I'm trying to remember from when I ordered it. And they basically end up coming back together and going on a journey to go to a Pride event together. So this one looks really good. I don't have enough contemporaries, and when I fancy contemporaries I don't have them there, so I'm glad to bulk out my list a bit. But this one ticks the prompt of LGBTQAA+. It also ticks the prompt of cover reminds you of a pride flag, and hauled in the past year, and also cover features teen colours. So those are my books. I'm interested to see how this goes. I've set myself a large goal. Well, not a large goal, a large TBR. Like, there's 14 books there, I need to read 10, anything I read over is amazing, but I don't want to make myself feel like, oh my god, I have to read absolutely loads. So as long as I can read the 10 and I can pick from this pool, I think that maybe is my way of getting around doing an actual TBR, maybe? I don't know. But if you do want to see how I go, I will be vlogging each week, and as I said, Maddie's videos are all linked down below if you want to join in as well. If you want to join in with the Shadow of the Wind readathon thing, not a readathon, book club, then you can also follow along with my Patreon club. So Patreon club, what are words today? If you want to read The Shadow of the Wind with us for my Patreon book club, there is a link down below to that as well. It is in the little nest here onwards, but everything is basically down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up. You can comment what you'll be reading over the month of June and subscribe to see how I do and more of my face on your feed. Thank you guys so much. Keep smiling and stay positive.